Have you ever heard of redemptive suffering? Redemptive suffering might just be the most profound outcome and the most deep use of pain that I'm aware of. This week we're talking about the question that was asked, where was God when I was being abused? Where was God when I was suffering? Why has God allowed this to happen to my life? These are painful, deep-seated questions that deserve a lot of time and a lot of thinking and a lot of prayer. And I want to talk to you today about a concept called redemptive suffering. To be redemptive means to bring something back, to buy something back, to make something better than it was, to take something broken and to mend it and to make it better. So what does that have to do with suffering? Well, let me read to you a verse that Paul wrote to the Corinthian church, specifically about pain and suffering and struggling with life. He said to the church in Corinth, God comforts us all in our troubles so that we can comfort others. When they are troubled, we will be able to give them the same comfort that God has given us. For the more we suffer, the more God will shower us with his comfort through Christ. So there's a couple of promises here. One is that God comforts us. If you're in a season of abuse, if you're in a season of pain and suffering, God will comfort you. You just have to be looking for him. He is there with you and he will comfort you. He will help you. And then the second promise is that when he does, that comfort isn't just for you. It's obviously for you, but it's not just for you. When you are comforted by God, it is also to set you up to be a comforter to other people. You've probably heard this said before. I've said it many times, and a lot of people will say this, but your greatest ministry or your greatest impact in the world will probably come from your greatest pain. The greatest thing that you suffered, the biggest thing that you struggled with, once you have given that to God, been comforted by it, been honest with yourself about it, healed from it and moved on from it, once that process has happened, that will be the area of your life where you have the biggest impact on other people. Because who better to help a veteran with PTSD than another veteran who is way further down the road with PTSD and has overcome it, or is overcoming it? Who better to help an addict, maybe an alcoholic, than somebody who used to be an alcoholic? Who better to help somebody that is being abused than somebody that God helped with their abuse? Redemptive suffering means that God takes what has happened to you, although he doesn't approve of it and didn't cause it, but he will take it and heal you, and he will make it something better. He will make it bigger and better in the fact that he will turn it around and then use you to help other people. What a profound thing. What a great thing that God would do, that he would use my pain and my suffering for something good. And not just for something, but to help other people. And then ultimately to make Christ known, that when I help others, when you help others, it brings glory to Christ. And this is why we're here. So what's the best use of your pain? It is to use it to help others once you're healed. That process starts by you allowing God to heal you. So wherever you are today, whatever season of life you're in, if you're struggling with suffering and pain, just know that there is coming a day when God's going to use what's happened to you to help other people. And there is no greater thing we can do on this planet than help other people. This is why Jesus came, to serve. And we get to step right into that role once we're healed. So I hope that's a blessing to you. I hope that you find your pain and your suffering one day to be redeemed and put to use in comforting others as God has comforted you. See ya.